the top left-hand corner of Romanticide, he is the red Protoss. He is Prince from Team GP.
And spawning here at the bottom right corner of the map is the blue Zerg player, currently teamless, unfortunately. And unfortunately as well, doesn't lend to his name doesn't lend to any puns that I can use. But anyhow, it is DRG.
One of the all-time great Zerg players, in my opinion at least, as he is going to seem to open with a hatch gas pool, as most Zergs do against Protoss. They can also 15 pool and do something of that nature. Prince, though, very on time to block this hatchery, forcing DRG to go for the a little bit farther out third.
Yeah. Now also, you know what? Taking a look at DRG, I feel like he's kind of similarly in the lane of Beyond, someone who went to the military, but then came back to StarCraft 2 and had really good success. He made a couple of top GSL finishes. Um, shortly after he came back from the military and doing pretty well. Actually considered one of the top Zerg players as we speak. There are, of course, Zerg players like Rogue, Dark, but I think DRG has definitely made his name up there, put his name up there. And Beyond also, at this as well, shortly coming back from military, winning ACES ROG, picking up some nice results. So yeah, both of these players, very comparable in terms of DRG and Beyond.
Indeed. So Prince going for a little bit of an interesting wall here, as it looks like he's going to wall that little bit off right there with that pylon, as the gateway and the cyber core are completely walled in here.
Ah,
Now,
yeah, that is interesting.
yeah, usually you see like the pylon a little bit farther back, so it can be, put with a shield battery that can be a battery overcharge. Certainly, if you put the shield battery back here, it can still happen, but pylon a little bit weaker than another gateway or something of that nature. So DRG's natural, which is at his third, does finish up here, as he's going to add on the 2 queens and the 4 requisite lings that are always required in the opening to defend and kill probes that are just wandering around and being generally annoying. Going to take his third base at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Very, very standard. Prince is going for a Stargate now.
Ah, I'm not sure if you caught that, but Prince actually researched Warpgate right after the cybernetic core was done, but it wasn't really to research Warpgate as quick as possible. It was actually to trick DRG into thinking he's going for a gateway opening, a
Oh.
gateway Twilight Robo opening. Instead, he's actually went for a later Stargate and then actually canceled the Warpgate and then researched it again. But unfortunately, the Ling will make its way into the main base and will get full scanning information.
He will, but on the other side of the map, Prince with 2 Adepts shading into the main base. Let's see. DRG a little bit out of position. He only has 2 Lings and the Queen. The Adepts do finish their shade, and they're going to start destroying drones as fast as they can. 1 has gone down. Second one almost going down. Now 2 have gone down. He's going to aim for 3. He's getting surrounded by Lings. 4, 5. 5 drones down so far. Now 6. 6 drones go down for DRG. He's now behind on workers, unfortunately, as Metabolic Boost is just about to finish up.
That was some great pickoffs there.
Yep.
And looks like he's actually finally walling off for good. Doesn't want any more Lings make his way into the main base, especially since there are actually 13 Lings out here in the map.
Yeah, 13 Lings, but there's a Void Ray as well. So 2 Adepts and this Void Ray. Void Ray shooting down that poor Overlord that always seems to happen in PvZ, as the Ling's going to swarm on top of that probe and then run home once they see the Void Ray and the full wall. So Warpgate now completes for Prince, as DRG continues to heavily drone on so he can stay ahead of Prince, or at least even. And probably going to be looking to take a 4th base here in just a few minutes and spread some creep as well. Prince taking a 3rd base as well. It is going to get caught by the Lings here, which there's only 1 Adept to protect it. Oh, the Adept gets surrounded. Looks like he is going to be able to pick that one. Yep. And then he's going to run home. Void Ray helping out a little bit there. So, not completely free. 3rd base does lose an Adept for it.
Oh, we do see Prince is adding on those 2 Stargates here. Gonna go for that 3 Stargate Void Ray build that I think a lot of players kind of copied from Zest, as Zest was one of the Protoss players kind of really put this build in mind of Protoss players out there. Let's see how
Yeah.
DRG deals with this,
Well,
though.
I mean, he dropped the Roach Warren and he's going into layer. He's adding on extra extractors and evos, but like, roaches are not how you deal with this many voiders. You need hydras or or corruptors or something of that nature. Honestly, the hydras are better because they don't take the extra damage from the void ray prismatic alignment. But
Yeah, I mean, as long as he, scouts what Prince is going for, it doesn't really research or, yeah, doesn't really research from that Roach Warren, then he should be fine. You just gotta throw down either a Hydro Stand or something to counter the massive void rays that are about to be out in the field.
indeed, the Overlord from DRG is going to get in here, and it's actually just oh god,
Oh,
he's going 6 Phoenixes right now.
all right, I like this as well. This is not bad.
So DRG is going to see this here as he sees all 3 Stargates and the 6 Phoenixes that are on the board. He does throw down the Hydralisk Den a little bit ago. Spores are being added on too, as +1 missile attack and a 4th base has gone down.
There's so many Overlords out in the field. These Overlords out in the middle, right outside the natural, needs to go back into safety. But in the meantime, these Void Rays are going to go ahead and get on top of this 4th base. Will actually force the cancel. Nicely done there.
Yeah, oh, that poor drone.
Yeah.
Run. No. Oh, the creep tumor finishes at least. So with 2 queens here and 12 Hydralisks on the way, he should be okay. But against this many Phoenixes, it's going to be a bit hard. They Graviton beam most of the queens up here. He has a lot more Phoenixes making their way across the map. The Hydras are about to pop out as more Phoenixes continue to come. And it looks like the queens with the Hydras are going to be able to force it back. DRG moving some of the Spore Crawlers from his mineral line here up to fight and help take this on. He's not fighting with them right now, though. It's just Queen Hydras and a drone or two. Drone going out to try to take the 4th base yet again, as it was sniped by the Void Rays.
Yeah, it looks like Prince is pretty committed here for these Phoenixes. He's still continuously making them out of those Stargates, even chrono boosting them out.
Yeah, he's on
But
13 right now. He's going into just Mass Phoenix Void Ray, it seems, and Air Weapons 1 also being researched.
all right, looking for any Hydralisk to pick off here, but won't be able to do so.
Yeah, I mean, right now DRG with about to be 23 Hydralisks is going to be able to hold this off pretty well. He's also on 69 drones to 67 probes. Prince doing a great job of keeping up with this, though, as he's taking his 4th base as well. Prince trying to deny this as the Zerg sits on a very heavy Hydra army supply. I think it's almost all Hydras. Yeah, it is all Hydras, 23 Hydras. 25.
Yeah, for a second there, he was like contemplating, should I engage here? But that's just too much Hydralisk. He's gonna have to back out. Actually, gonna go ahead and transition right into Fleet Beacon, into Carrier. So he is going straight up.
DRG
there.
dropped the Nidus network too. Oh no. There's a Nidus now? Okay, well, it looks like it's gonna be Hydra. I would say Lurker, but there are no ground units for the Protoss player, basically. It's just gonna be Phoenix, Void Ray, and Carrier. Right now, though, 32 Hydras with 9 more on the way are making their way across the map. Shield Battery trying to do this. Nice Graviton beams from a lot of these Phoenixes, but they all just get obliterated by these Hydras with +1. Groove Spine's also coming out here in 2 seconds here, as all the Phoenixes almost are just getting destroyed. The Nidus is going to come down right behind this to reinforce as he is fighting with cannons. Right now, almost all of the Phoenixes, he was at 18 or so for a second, he's now at 7, losing 11 Phoenixes in that initial engagement. 3 carriers are on the way, but with how long they take... Oh, no, the queens are here. Okay, Queen Hydra March, let's go. The Nidus is here. Let's go, DRG. Let's see what you can do. Graviton from the Phoenixes here as Air Weapons 1 just about to finish fighting with the queens here, as the Hydras and queens just rip through this 4th base defense, as Prince is now going to have to fortify his 3rd base. First carrier does make its way out as another Nidus is going down right outside the 3rd here. DRG constantly just moving up the creep, moving up as much as he possibly can, getting these reinforcement points on point. 3 carriers now out with 3 more on the way. 5 interceptors, 2 void rays, and 3 carriers cannot fight against this much, though. The interceptors are absolutely just getting destroyed here. Only 7 left. 4, 3, 2. No interceptors left. They're just massive golden bricks now. Carriers not very strong against this, as DRG is going to win with a Queen Hydra Nidus.
Yeah, unfortunately for Prince there, DRG hitting a really nice timing before those carriers are large in numbers. So that's kind of the weakest points at what the Protoss is at when he's going transitioning into carries like that. So yeah, really nice timing, and DRG just overwhelms Prince there.
Absolutely. Queen Hydronitis is definitely one of my favorite builds versus Protoss. I can't pull it off because I'm bad, but, you know, it's great to watch. Now, let's see. What is this? Oh, Lightshade for game 2. Okay. I like this map in ZVP. Gives you a lot of good options for where to take your bases. You can either take the triangular third or you can take the linear third. As we saw Dark take the linear third on this map yesterday. Granted, that was in a ZVZ, but, you know, still sort of the same,
Yeah,
at
this
least for
map
base
does have
positioning.
this map does have two optional third bases there. By the way, guys, I just want to give you a quick little update. Dark did take a 1-0 lead here against Patience, so we'll see. We'll follow that, of course, as the night or morning, wherever you are, continues, and keep you updated.
Yes, we indeed will. As again, I think we're gonna, if Dark and DRG both win here, we're gonna have, I think, 5 Zergs in TSL6.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Ragnarok, Armani. Oh come on, Solar, a Dark, and DRG if they qualify today. But hopping into game 2 on Lightshade has no ZVZs today, but that's okay. Snoopy, would you like to take Prince this time?
Sure thing. All right, guys, here at the top left corner of the map, he's the blue Protoss from Team GP. Give it up for Prince.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, he's currently up 1 game in this best of 3. He is the red Zerg and is currently teamless. It is Dong Regu. One of the definitely old hero Zergs as a probe makes its way across the map very early here for Prince.
Yeah.
Prince might be looking for something, or he could just be scouting to make sure DRG isn't screwing with him with an early 12 pull.
We do see, of course, Protoss has been sending out those probe out earlier lately,
Yep.
just to kind of block the natural of the Zergs, which he looks like he will successfully do here, as DRG is forced to plant his second base at the natural third.
Well, yep, he's just going to do the same thing he did last game. Prince not doing anything too crazy or anything. Thought we might have something cheesy for a little bit, but nope, just blocking that natural hatchery.
All right, just can't really imagine though Prince here going for that same Mass Phoenix build.
Yeah, Queen Hydra just rips it out of the air way too quickly.
Yeah.
Again, Prince is going for this weird style wall where the pylon is in the wall, and it's pretty out forward in the wall as well. Lightshade is a little bit of a weirder map because you have that little area right there where you can't, where you have to put another pylon or a shield battery perhaps, but then it won't be in range of the overcharge, I don't think.
Yeah, you usually see Protosses build their pylon a little further back and then use the buildings, because buildings has more HP and shield, so they're able to tank more, and so you don't usually see a lot of Protosses build their pylon up front like that. So very interesting.
It is indeed, as DRG now sending over some drones to his third base. Gonna start saturating that and producing the requisite, again, double queen and 4 lings.
All right, looks like DRG has pulled those drones out of gas, so it looks like he is going to go for more of a economic opening. I just want to play it safe. He is ahead 1-0, so as long as he plays it out, plays his game, and wins it, then he should be moving forward for the main event of TSL6.
Indeed. Huh. I'm very confused but intrigued by this wall that Prince has again. It seems off a little bit, especially on this map. But Adepts now are out on the map. Now it's 2 of them. One of them does pick a Zergling. It's going to shade forward. DRG now producing 6 extra lings here, so he's going to have 9 to defend a little bit of early Adept pressure. And Prince throws down the Stargate again. Well, I hope he doesn't go for the triple Stargate Phoenix again, because that kind of backfired in his face. But it's okay. Well, here's the Void Rays that he started with. Two Adepts shading into the natural, going towards the main as they fight at the third here. Okay, they are going to complete the shade. One falls almost immediately as the Klings and Queens with Metabolic. Oh, the Adept can't even move. Okay, well, that
Oh
was a little
wow.
bit of a miss micro there by Prince, getting surrounded. Unfortunate.
Yeah,
As
I mean, remember last game he actually picked off 6 drones there with those two adepts. So
yeah,
already things are already looking pretty good here for our Red Zerg.
they are indeed. He's going to throw some lings at the front of Prince's base here, as the Adept is going to shade backwards here, and he's going to let the Probe put down another pylon here, so that, ooh, the Adept does die, unfortunately, as the Void Ray does come out and help defend this. DRG now on 3 bases as Prince throwing down the Twilight Council and has stopped the production on the Stargate. Just got an early Void Ray to try to help defend.
Yeah, knowing and seeing that there is a Void Ray out, knowing that he's went for the Stargate, you can see DRG just droning up like crazy because really there's nothing Prince can do to put on some pressure, which would require him to make a bunch of lings to defend. All he needs is like a queen and a few lings here and there, and yeah, he's just gonna go and skyrocket in terms of the worker lead.
Indeed, as Prince now throwing down 2 more gateways and getting resonating glaives. This might be a oh my god. Prince getting another Adept surrounded, unfortunately, by DRG's Lings. So far, 4 Adepts actually have been lost as opposed to 9 Lings. That's
Oh man.
very unfortunate.
Yeah, that hurts a bit more just because he's following up this opening with glaive adepts. So having researching glaive adepts with very few or fewer than wanted adepts, that's never a good thing for the Protoss.
Yeah. Unfortunate for our blue Protoss player. He's taking his 3rd down here in the triangular pattern. A little bit harder to defend, but it is closer, a bit closer than natural. Now, there are currently 8 Adepts on the field, but Roaches are in production here, 7 of them at a time, as the Adepts are going to all shade across the map for Prince. And, well, here we go. It is a few of those Roaches already out. It's 10 Adepts and a Void Ray going to town against 5 Queens and a bunch of Ling Roach. Adepts are going to shade forward here, and they're going to just kind of pop out in the middle. Okay, no, they do cancel the shade. If they didn't, that would have been very bad for Prince.
Yeah, I just don't think he's going to be able to find the damage with these adepts. Now,
He's
the good
getting
thing
a
is that,
Dark Shrine.
yeah, he is following up with that Dark Shrine, knowing that he needs something besides these adepts, because these adepts are not going to get any damage done.
Oh, wait, but okay, there we go. He almost shades in, but cancel it again at the last second here. As the Roaches are going to start fighting against these Adepts, Roaches just kind of destroy Adepts, unfortunately, even with resonating glaives. The Shades are going to try again to shade into the 3rd base, and they cancel yet again.
Yeah, DRG just has too much for Prince to kind of break through and confidently let his adepts finish the shade. He's just gonna buy some time here, just kind of forcing DRG back and forth.
DRG with a nice Evo block there does cancel it once the Adept Shades are gone, and they are headed back home right now. Aspire now being added on for DRG. He's continuing to drone up, and he probably will take a 4th base here in just a minute. As Immortals added on by Prince along with Blink. Roach speed also finishing, and +1 missiles for the Roaches are going to help out as well.
This Overseer does scout in the main base, does see the Dark Shrine, and already immediately DRG throwing down those Spore Crawlers to defend against this. Things are just not looking great here for Prince.
Oh my god, look at all these Lings. That's 42 Lings just trying to run at the 3rd base. They do meet the Adept Ball. As DRG does throw down his 4th base, it's about halfway done right now. 67 drones to 61. Prince doing a really good job of keeping up in the worker count against this Zerg player, who traditionally, in looking at matchups like this, they will have more workers than you by not just by 7, but by about 10 or so, at the very least. Currently in production, we do have 1-1 in weapons and armor on the way for the Protoss, but 9 Mutalisks are going to absolutely rip this apart, especially because there's only 1 Void Ray and 4 Stalkers with 2 Sentries against this. Immortals, again, can't shoot up because they're a bit bumbly.
Oh man, imagine Immortals can shoot up. That would be so...
GG. We're done. I'm done. I'll leave.
All Zerg players will be rioting right now, but you know what? The hallucinated Phoenix does got the Spire. And so Prince right now, I'm not sure he saw it, but I'm not sure if he actually saw it, like paying attention. He needs to either attack right now or start throwing down a bunch of cannons and shield batteries at the mineral lines But anyhow, it looks like Prince has decided to go ahead and move on out.
Yeah, 2 probes have gone down. Now 3. The mutas are just ripping apart the stalkers that were warped in to defend. 2 of them at 3 have now gone down so far, along with 3 probes. Final stalker falls, and the mutas continuing to rip this apart. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Prince continuing to walk forward. The force fields are dropped, trying to keep the Zerg army at bay, but Roach Ravager with this many queens up so much supply right now. 35 army supply advantage as more continues to build for DRG. 10 more Roaches in the Baneling Nest in production, as Ground Armor 1 is finishing now for Prince. But against Missile 1, he's not going to do very well. He is starting to come out on top, though, as more Warpins continue. Finally, though, the reinforcement of Roach Ravager is going to arrive. And, well, he is forced to pick up the Immortals into the Warp Prism. GG's called it. DRG takes the 2-0 lead over Prince and is our 4th Zerg to make it into TSL6.